All right, Dwane Casey spoke on the starting point guard position, and also he says that the shooting guard position is the most up for grab opening right now on the Detroit Pistons. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget to check out the Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more videos like this. But yeah, he said that Killian might start the season, and said he ain't the typical rookie. You'll see the screenshot come in. And at the end of the day, they started 19-year-old Tony Parker in San Antonio. He started 72 out of 77 games he played in San Antonio, despite, Tim Duncan, not believing that a French or Euro point guard can lead San Antonio to 4 championships, in which Tony Parker did help lead them to 4 championships. And, 6 All-Star games, 4 All-NBA teams. And, I'm pretty sure the Pistons are hoping for the same success. And they got 2 Frenchmen on the team. I mean, at one point, I think San Antonio had 2 Frenchmen on the team, Boris Diaw and Tony Parker. But Dwane Casey, you see it right now on the starting point guard position. He said we were looking at it. We may start with Killian. He's not your typical rookie. And, I wouldn't be surprised if they started with him. I don't think he that good, but that's just my personal opinion. But they must be high on him. And my only issue with drafting Diambo last year was simply I thought they wanted help right now. And a 19-year-old kid couldn't help you right now. He wasn't Tony Parker. But at the end of the day, they suffered several injuries last year. And, it is what it is. He had to start some games. And he did pretty well guarding LeBron. And he hit the rookie wall and all that. But if that's what they want to do, I like it, because it's the reverse flash of what used to go down in this organization for damn near the last 20 years. Even last year went down where they let Diambo ride the pine, but they said they wanted to win right now with the current roster that they had, which those plans were pretty much obliterated once Blake Griffin, got injured, and then D. Rose eventually got injured, then Luke got injured. So they kind of did set themselves back by not, trading and blowing it up early. But, hopefully he don't treat Killian the way he treated Diambo, airing his business out to the media. Just Dwane Casey ain't a good coach. There's a couple things I don't like about this organization, but he ain't going to be the guy to take us to the Rick Carlisle level. I think somebody else going to come in and take us to that level, and then hopefully to a championship level like Larry Brown did. Maybe somebody else will come in, but, we'll see. It's a tough league. It's a hell of a tough schedule. They play a playoff team, I think, damn near every game in January. Milwaukee a few times, Boston a few times, Miami a couple times at Miami. So the first half of the schedule that was released is pretty tough. He's going to go up against some really, really good point guards. In the opener, he's going to go against D'Angelo Russell. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually he's going to see defensive wizard Drew Holiday. After the New Year's, if Kemba Walker back, he's going to see Kemba Walker, or he might see some Marcus Smart, who's a really good defender. They play a lot of really good teams early on. Miami, Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn, really good point guards. So for my evaluations, I didn't think he was ready to play in the league. I don't think he was worth the spot, but I'm going to keep saying that until he proved me wrong. But, at the end of the day, I like what Dwane Casey doing. Throw that young dude into the fire, and let's see what he can do. Can his confidence get shot? Yeah, your confidence can get shot like Darko sitting on the bench. At least give him a chance and go out there and play, and we'll see what he can do. Maybe he'll be Rookie of the Year. He got good. I think he got like the 4th or 5th best odds to be Rookie of the Year. Let's see. He can shoot it. We know that. He got a mid-range game. But this is a tough division, too. You got Oladipo and Aaron Holiday. You got Michael Brogdon, who's a good point guard. You got Kobe White, who's a firecracker at point guard who can go off. You got Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. They Garland didn't do much last year, but Sexton is a tough guy. So they got a tough division. If you look at the East in general, they're going to play Brooklyn at some point 3 times, I believe, or 2, depending on how the 72-game schedule go. That's Kyrie Irving, Spencer Dinwiddie. Like I said before, the Pistons I think they're going to be the worst team in the East, or second, depending on how Cleveland is. Because if you look at the East, you're going to play some Wizards. You got Russell Westbrook, pretty good point guard, still at this point. So you just look at it, you got, Toronto still going to be there. Boston going to be there. Philly got a good defensive point guard in Ben Simmons. Who else we got out here? Boston going to be tough again. Miami going to be tough. Milwaukee got Drew Holiday, a defensive wizard. Still got Middleton in the backcourt. So, at the end of the day, I think you're going to have to, tread with caution with playing him, because the East is stacked. The East, top to bottom, is not better than the West, but I think they top 4 teams are better than the teams out West. I think you look at Doc Rivers with Philadelphia. I mean, he gonna do wonders for them because Bruce Brown couldn't coach. Milwaukee, they're gonna be back, better defensive backcourt with Drew Holiday. You got Boston, they gonna be back. They got Tristan Thompson to play the middle. You got Miami who gonna come back. So I think the top 4 or 5 teams is better out there. I don't think the Lakers and Clippers got better. That's just my opinion. And then the Rockets fell off, and then Denver, I think they're gonna be the wild card. But I think the top 5 teams are tougher out West. That's just my opinion. I mean, out East. But I think top to bottom, the West is better. But also, you're going to see some Steph Curry at some point. So we'll see kind of how they feng shui it, bro. But, yeah, I'm with putting them out there. If you struggle, you just give them some rest days and, kind of tread there. Won't be no G League to throw them in. That's kind of a bad situation. So we're just in a position where I think this team is just going to be the second worst team in the East. Unless some injuries happen, you got Washington, Orlando, Chicago should get better. It ain't too many in the Knicks. So we're going to be competing with the Knicks and the Cavs, in my opinion. I'm fine with that. Try to get a high draft pick, draft well, and then hopefully Diambo and Killian, they play well. They develop, through the years. And then, we can go from there. But he also says that starting shooting guard position is up for grabs. And, maybe he go out there and start Derrick Rose and Killian. You got Malachi. You got Wayne Ellington that can play that spot. I think Josh Jackson might be a little bit, him and Diambo might be more 3s than 2s, but I think you could throw them in there. So, my personal opinion, that's a tough one. Really, if you say you try out Killian at point guard, you're going to bring Blake off. I would bring Blake and Derrick Rose off the bench spots. This is what I would do. I'm going to change my mind. You want to start Killian, you start Malachi with him. You go out there with Diambo, Grant, and then Mason Plumlee in the middle. That's what I would do. This is my opinion. And bring Blake and Derrick Rose off the bench. But then again, you probably want more of a veteran presence out there. So we got Grant. He's still young, but, it's going to be tough. I think Diambo got to start. You can't justify starting Killian and not starting Diambo. So maybe it might be some tricks up their sleeves regarding, trading somebody or whatever situation may be. But, it's tough. He said Wayne Ellington could be the closer because he could shoot. But, we see what Malachi got. If they just go with the traditional 2, Malachi. They might go with Josh Jackson. They might go with Diambo. They might bring Grant off the bench. I don't know what they're thinking. They must have a plan, or they must have had a dream, in my opinion, when they took, Killian and when they signed Jeremy Grant. So they can be a really long team, potentially. You got a lot of more. You got better 3s than you got 2s. So think about it. You got Jeremy Grant. You got Blake who can play some 3. He played a 4 though. You got Diambo. You got Musa. You got Savitas. They got a lot of 3s. You know what I'm saying? So they stacked on 3s. So I think it might be a situation where you might see a 3 play the 2, like Josh Jackson or Diambo. And when this positionless league, you're going to have to switch anyway and play, smaller and bigger guys. So I think that might be a situation. And then if that happened, they might be a really good defensive team and a long team. But I will say this, I don't see Dwane Casey being a coaching answer here. But maybe he can develop some of these young guys. But I truly think they tanking. I truly do, man. So they throw the young guys out there. They might throw out Killian and Diambo and Grant. They might throw out the young guys out there, Stewart at some point. But the key question is health. Health. Can Killian play 72 games? Health. Can Blake play 50 games? Health. Derrick Rose, can he play 50 games? Health. Is Malachi ready to step up and take a real serious role in the franchise? Can Plumlee stay healthy playing starter minutes? He was your guy to come off the bench. What you going to get from Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart is the $1 million question. So, I'll be interested to see what the rotation materialize into throughout the season because you're going to have some injuries. You're going to have some guys make some mistakes. So we'll have to see. But, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. If you have a video request, or you want to advertise your business on the channel, whatever it is, want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.